will have on their face, they'll go, you know what, we've arrived. And like I said, congratulations to the city of El Paso, congratulations to Northeast, but this is something for all our community. And thank you all for, again, council, for having the vision to do the right thing for our community. And again, how many of these you have?
This will be number 5.
Well, this will be the best one you've ever had.
Dang right.
Thank you all. And again, may God bless El Paso, and may God bless America. Thank you.
Next up, I'll introduce Representative for Cohen and the Northeast District 4, Representative Joe Molina.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome everyone from Renault's Live. Welcome very much to our Sun City. Bienvenidos. My name is Joe Molina. I am the current city incumbent for District 4, where this entertainment venue will be constructed. It is an honor and a privilege to be working in District 4, Northeast El Paso. I was raised there in Northeast El Paso. The mayor talked about a sunset, but I say something else. If you ever have the opportunity to go about 6 o'clock in the morning, yes, I am an early riser, and you talk about the sun, when it impacts on the eastern slope of the Franklin Mountains, you'll see something very unique, something very beautiful. So all you photographers, be sure to get ready to take some sunrise photos, but also some sunset photos. But this is not a sunset. This is an awakening. We have awakened a sleeping giant, and I am very proud to be the representative in this area. The economic impact for the city of El Paso is just going to be huge, and the location could not be any better. And the reason that I said
that you see come and go, and every city sees that. When we come, we bring fun. What we're going to build here is part of our 10 amphitheater collection. It will be one of the most luxurious amphitheaters, one of the most premium amphitheaters ever built in history. We are opening the most luxurious amphitheater in history in about 6 weeks in Colorado. We're also building in Texas, in McKinney, and in Oklahoma. But what we're going to build in our venue here that will bring the temperature inside, no matter if it's 110 degrees outside, we'll bring the temperature inside into the 80s. So it will be the most comfortable amphitheater in this type of market anywhere that has ever been built. So anyway, I can't thank you enough for the trust that you've put in us. We're excited to be here. Our partners are excited to be here. And we're going to tour this baby in 2026, so get ready to buy tickets. Tickets just went on sale, it's funny. El Paso.
The answer is why not?
Yeah, exactly. El Paso fits in our routing. It fits the demographic of the customer that we're and the fan that we're chasing. And I think it fits the demographic of a city that, you know, doesn't have an outdoor amphitheater like this, can support an amphitheater like this. So for lots and lots of reasons, El Paso has been at the very top of our market and site selection list.
What kind of accidents are
Can I ask you all to be speaking to the mic?
You want to know when Taylor's...
What kind of everything from arena-style shows to the largest amphitheater shows in the country. For example, in McKinney, there's not an amphitheater that's even like it size-wise and premium-wise in the world. And so you're going to be routed off of that amphitheater here. And what's also interesting, there's not an amenity in that amphitheater in McKinney that's not built into this amphitheater in initiated it simply because this is an important market for us. And we have always been bent to come here. So that's how it started. And then deals like this don't happen unless you have great leadership on both sides. And on our side, we've got a great leadership team that paired with a great leadership team and EDC in El Paso. So I'm proud of the deal that we put together, and I'm grateful for the leadership that you have in this city. You know, there's a lot of cities around the country that are bogged down in red tape and bureaucracy. Not El Paso. El Paso is aggressive. El Paso is a winner when it comes to leadership that has vision. And they're visionaries here. And as a result of that, you're going to have one of the finest amphitheaters ever built in history.
Good afternoon. Have you had any pushback on building the amphitheater?
No, not that I know of. You have folks in the social media realm that at times will push back for a lot of various reasons. Typically, they're reasons that they just haven't looked into. When we
El Paso was maybe top 3 of locations to build your next amphitheater. What were the other 2?
McKinney and Oklahoma City. And the reason that is because we're looking at routing off of Colorado Springs, which will go Colorado Springs to a partner of ours in Kansas City, then to the Tulsa Broken Arrow market, which we are under construction there now, Oklahoma City, which is a top priority for us, and then on to Dallas-Fort Worth market of McKinney.
El Paso, and it was really important that we did a significant outreach with the community in the Northeast to look at what the community wanted to see developed on this site. And that master plan as an anchor included this type of project, an amphitheater, but now we never expected that that vision would lead to such a premier product for El Paso, Texas. And not just what it's going to do for Cohen Stadium site, but what it's going to do for development and expansion in the Northeast, and what it's going to do for development overall in El Paso. We have a saying we've used that all roads lead to Cohen Stadium, and they really do. If you look at its geographic location for what a kind of catalytic effect this will have, it should be no question and no wonder why the impact is projected at $5.4 billion. But money aside, it's just another premier amenity that we can connect to in this community to give to all El Paso. And so this was a vision that started a long time ago. Not just yesterday, not last week, but back in 2017, it's coming to fruition today, and we're very excited about it.
You know, and I do want to add something else. You know, we can sit here and try to think of something negative. There isn't. This is really positive for our community. If we keep looking for something negative, you're not going to get there. This is really a game changer for El Paso, and that's how we got to look at it. And again, thank you for your investment, your confidence, and your trust in the city council and our community. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Mayor Musa, I do have a question for you. Will this replace the multi-purpose center? I know you guys keep delaying that decision, but is this new amphitheater going to replace that project?
All right, that was the question that he just asked me, and the answer is they're two separate projects, and one has nothing to do with the other at this point. This is a public-private investment and a partnership that has nothing to do with the other one.
Mayor, I have a question regarding, because as me and you've been mentioning the private-public partnership. Can you talk more how important it is for our community, and if this will lead to opening more projects with this partnership specifically?
Oh, absolutely. And when you look at an anchor store anywhere, this is an anchor. This is a big anchor for Cohen Stadium. And all that property out there, all of a sudden, is going to be the hottest commodity in our community. And excitement breeds excitement. And this is a lot of excitement. And all of a sudden, everyone wants to be there. Everybody wants to be around there. And just like the Colonel said, remember, we were re-imaging Cohen back in 17, and it was voted by council in 2018. And this is what you want. This is something that you close your eyes and say, if I could have something, what would it be? How can I attract more business, more companies to help grow not only Northeast, but our community? This would be the one you'd want. And it's a huge investment for our city, but it's an incredible return on investment, and that's what you got to look at.
How does this change the dynamic in El Paso?
How do I what?
How does this change the dynamic in El Paso?
You know, if I venir al Paso y tener el partnership con alguien, no es parte que lo está haciendo la ciudad, es un partnership con una compañía que es muy grande, que está viendo. Me está diciendo ahorita que tiene 5 amphitheaters en todos los Estados Unidos, y la cosa que sabemos, la más mejor que va a ser la que está aquí en El Paso. Y lo van a hacer, y habló el Señor, lo que van a poner todo, y lo que van a hacer en El Paso es una cosa que va a ser tan grande que va a traer personas de Juárez, de Nuevo México, de todas partes para venir a ver los concerts y para continuar a hacer
In these public-private partnerships, one of the critical elements is how closely we work together, from planning to entitlement, to getting our development agreements done, to the process of constructing a facility of this nature. One of the advantages that we have is that we have 3 of these under construction as we speak in some form or fashion of this capacity. So our ability to take that and replicate it quickly is really important. From the time that we broke ground in Colorado Springs, we did 13 months from beginning to end on a slightly smaller facility. And so it is our objective to have it in March or in that early springtime, because the nature of this business is that the touring seasons start about the April timeframe in this climate and go through October. And so for us to capture that potential of the first year, we are loaded for bear to get that done under that nature.
I call Bob every morning at 5 in the morning, say, "Look, Bob, we moving dirt."
Yeah. I was hammering nails all night, so that's what's going on. But yes, that's our plan. We've got a very strong construction team. We've got an architecture team that's consistent across all projects. We'll likely use local civil engineering resources here. We want to engage with the local community as much as possible in the construction of these sites. This site is perfectly suited. If you go and look at our Colorado Springs site, it is flanked over the left shoulder by Pikes Peak, America's Mountain. It's flanked over the right shoulder with the Air Force Academy. When I stood out there on that dirt at Cohen a number of months ago and positioned that amphitheater and saw the Franklin Range in the background with the sun setting, it is going to be an unbelievable environment for this concert venue to sit. God only creates certain places where that can be accomplished. We can't build that, and this location provides a beautiful setting for this amphitheater.
Last question. Thank you, sir.
One other, the nature of the private-public partnership is really critical. If I could, Mayor Paso, who's done this a time or two, had a couple of comments he wanted to share.
Thank you, Bob. Mayor Paso, I'm a recovering elected official. Don't hold that against me. I do my best. But I'm with Ryan Elsey, my team, Reese and Ashley work really hard on it. I have to tell you, it was asked earlier, the criteria of where you choose and how you choose. One of the biggest items on that criteria list is the willingness of the community and the leadership, because it's a partnership, it's long-term. This project is about sustainability for El Paso. For 20, 30 years from now, elected officials won't be here. But they really are thinking ahead for how to keep the community sustainable, how to keep it from aging. And that's really the genesis of this, is how do you put these things together. It's not about today. And what you saw today is Notes Live proposing to the city of El Paso, and the city of El Paso accepting, and now they're engaged. The real work really begins now. The real work of reaching out to all the partners, the universities and higher ed, the K through 12s, about internships and hospitality and training, and special needs groups that may need some opportunity for those young adults or to actually have a job and work. Those conversations are just going to start beginning now that we have reality around it. So the best is yet to come is really not too much of an understatement. We will engage the community. That is what the genesis of a public-private partnership is. It's not today. It's not coming to the basics of the agreement. It's about how do we pull in the community and make this a success for everybody. And I think you're going to see some pretty cool things coming up. It'll happen quickly. I think that a lot of it's going to be input we receive through the process from the community, because this is about El Paso. It's going to be very unique. You noted that Notes Live is building other amphitheaters. Each one is designed for the community. It'll be about El Paso. This is a very international destination. You want to be an international destination. Think about the different groups out here, and it's just a small sampling. The hotels, a lot of people come in early, we'll fill hotels, you may get more hotels. The corporations, they have clients all over the country and world that are here. You know, they will be able to entertain, they'll be able to buy a fireside suite that they own, and they'll invite their clients from New York or from England to come here. There's a show that they know interests them. So there's a lot of moving parts to this. They're all positive for the community. It's positive for Notes Live. So I think it's a great fit, and you're going to see some exciting things coming up.
Last question.
Thank you, Mayor.
Last question.
This is a question for the City Council. I wanted to ask a little bit about follow-up about the 2 projects. I understand that they're completely different from the amphitheaters that were mentioned, but I wanted to ask then of just what is going to happen to those MPC projects, and what's going to happen to the bond dollars then?
That's a great question. I think I answered it once, and I'll answer it again. again, totally different project, and the other project, it's, you know, we're gonna look at it, and we're gonna move forward, and the council will make a determination on how to move forward with the new project. So this project has nothing to do with the other one, but it does impact. I understand what you're saying, and we will look at it, and we'll have council make that decision moving forward. So this is something that we took into consideration that what would happen, and it's something that we'll be bringing back together as one for council to make that determination. Thank you. And again, I do want to thank you. I know that was the last question, and I do want to thank everybody for being here for this incredible, exciting news. Something that, and I'm going to repeat it for the 10th time because it's that important. It's a game changer for our community, and to have a partner like we have today, it's all the difference in the world. Thank you.
Thank you all. We're gonna go ahead and. We have a public comment at noon, but you can do quick interviews for one-on-one with me.